Hi.
So this is a little interview about Mother's Day, a celebration of love, sacrifice, and unbreakable bond. This is my mom, Joyce. I just wanted to put together a little video for everyone because Mother's Day is a beautiful day, and I personally had the best mom in the entire universe. She wanted me to read a little history of Mother's Day. It basically was because of Anna Jarvis, who was an activist who wanted to celebrate her mom. And so then in 1914, President Woodrow Wilson officially declared the second Sunday in May as Mother's Day in 1914. So we've been celebrating this for 110 years. I just wanted to ask you a question. So what is your favorite part of being a mom?
It's really getting the chance to guide my daughter on your life journey and to make sure that you can be as happy as possible. And it's such a fantastic privilege to be a parent. Also, I've tried to teach you important lessons about honesty and integrity, and also while sharing a deep love for God and for the world around us. And sometimes it can be hard in this world. But what we do is I want to encourage you to surround yourself with warm friendships and love. My favorite part was trying to instill gratitude to you so you could appreciate the beauty of life every single day.
I would say my favorite part of being a mom is you get to watch this thing that you birthed, this little tiny ball of and you're looking at it as a newborn and you're like, who are you? You don't know.
No.
You don't know them yet.
Yep.
You don't know if they're going to be funny. You don't know if they're going to be silly, if they're going to be, who knows, right? I always remember thinking that when Brooklyn was a baby, who are you? Who are you going to be? And it's been really fun and exciting to see her become the little young lady that she is. And of course, it's super fun, our ego side of us, seeing little things they do that are just like you, and just like you. Sometimes it skips a generation. Sometimes she's not like me at all, and she's like you, or she's like, What is your favorite memory of motherhood?
Well, since I worked for the airlines, we really had the privilege of really traveling the world wide. And from we have been together from Machu Picchu down all the way to Bali. We've been to Ireland, and we share so many memories, and it creates such deep, lasting relationships. However, one of my favorite memories is when you were a little girl and we went to Disney Orlando, and there was this ride, and the ride was all about a figment. And what it was figment of your imagination. Well, you were such a little tot, and so I had to buy you that stuffed doll. You wanted the stuffed doll. We were getting back on the plane, and then all of a sudden, I hear my little daughter scream, "My figment, my figment." And I go, "Oh no, what?" And they said, "I don't have it, it's missing." So when I got off the plane, I had the courage. I saw a figment there, but a lady was holding it. So I walked up to her and I said, "Did you happen to find this figment on a chair?" And she said, "Yes." So I said, "Oh, well, that's my daughter's and she really wants it. Can I have it back?" And she said, "Yes." So then we went back to the plane, and just the joy of seeing your face, you're so happy with little figment, it brought me such great joy. And I think that's really what it's all about, is for mother and daughter, is forming a love and a bond that there's a lot people can talk about it, but it's more of a feeling that you develop over the years, I think.
I want to add to that, Mom, and just say that truly from the bottom of my heart, and I've told you this 1,000 times, that I think your biggest gift to me growing up, Mom, has always been that you have always at least made me feel like I've made my own decisions. One of the things that I remember us growing up, I would come home from school and I have sometimes a hard time communicating my feelings right away. And you would sit there and you'd be like, "Let's talk about it." And I'd be like, "It's fine, my day's fine." And then you would just literally sit there with me in bed and just wait for me to talk. And I look at that now with my daughter and I'm like, the patience that it took you to do that, to get it out of me. But then I remember an hour later, I would just be spewing my guts about this girl who did this, and the teacher said that, and this boy did this, and blah, blah, blah. And I think that's one of the main reasons why we have such an incredible relationship. Well, now you don't have to wait an hour. I just call you every day at the drop of a hat to tell you everything that's ever happened to me. How I opened the potato chip wrong bag. It wasn't supposed to open like that, and I want to know why it opened like that. So I
funny.
called my mom to tell her everything. What was your biggest challenge being my mom?
Well, I really think it is finding the right balance of discipline, because as we want to guide our children, it's all essential to remember that they're just little souls trying to navigate through life, complexities of life. So although I was strict with you about, all your associations, and there were certain things that you could and could not do, I believed in, like what you said, in letting you make your own decisions. This approach was to teach you that good decisions could lead to a fulfilling life, and poor decisions might bring undesirable consequences.
Okay, this is a good one. What advice would you give if there's someone out there who's not quite a mom yet, maybe pregnant or thinking about having a baby?
Well, actually, this advice was given to me when you were really small. So, when you were little, I tried to imagine you to talk about a tiny circle. Now, picture yourself putting some marbles and shooting those marbles into the tiny circle. It's a task that requires precision and care. And that's where I came in, because I wanted to keep that little square protected. But as you grow, I told you that that circle could expand and you could get so many more marbles in there, because it's going to get bigger and bigger. And so this is the increasing freedom that you would actually enjoy as you matured. So in your early years, this cycle remains small. So when you're raising your child, they can't have so many freedoms, but they actually earn it. They earn the right to have more choices. So sometimes life happens and we have to tighten that circle again, but then you come around and then the circle grows bigger and bigger. So really it's a journey of growth and learning. And I think it's really important that we remember that these people, like we just said, are little ones, and they didn't come here for us. We came here for them. So it's our duty to try to help them become the person they want to come, like you mentioned, not something that we didn't fulfill in our lives, but something that they can look forward to fulfill in their lives.
My whole life, you really always made me feel heard. And you wouldn't say like, oh, you're 5. You don't understand. You don't know what love is. You don't know what responsibilities are. You're 5. Like no matter what I was going through, you always validated me.
Right. And also I think that what happens then as they grow up and they learn all this, and then it gives themselves so much freedom and happiness. And of course, you're going to have the rest of your life. It's not going to be the rest of your life that you are always going to try to help them and guide them, but you have listened to them. And so if you don't do it now, like my other friend said, you're going to pay later, because when they're small and they can take it in, and then all of a sudden they're becoming adults and they want to say, well, let's be buddies. It just doesn't really happen like that.
Well, I just want to talk about one more thing. So, you are my biggest inspiration of my entire life. You're a doer, you're a go-getter, you've traveled the world, you have built empires, you've just been this amazing woman that just can learn anything. And at this time in your life, you are writing a book about all of your travels. And I just want you to talk about that for 1 minute, because I'm so proud of you.
Well, thanks. Well, I've always wanted to write a book, and especially this past 5 years, I just thought all the time whenever I speak to people, and I had that opportunity to travel so much in the world, and I've learned so much from traveling. So they don't say, well, I don't know how would I go about it? How would I find out about a masked ball in Versailles, France? How would I find about going to the Super Bowl? How do I get the best fares? So what I've decided to do is I have put this all in my book, and it also goes into what I've learned in the past 50 years with some really funny stories that happen along the way, some happy, some sad, but I'm really looking forward to getting it published. And I really want people that want to experience travel. It's not so much about me. It's going to about teaching them how to go about traveling, really the art of traveling. I don't want to give the name of my book away, but it's going to be about traveling.
Throughout our entire life, Mama, you've always also very much incorporated spirituality. I think you talk about that in your book too, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I talk about how love really makes the world go around, and how we're all really one, all of us. And it's I think you're going to really enjoy it. I hope that they're going to enjoy my new book.
We hope you enjoyed our little Mother's Day breakdown. I wish you the happiest of Mother's Day. I love my mom. That's all I have to
And
say.
I love my daughter.
And I love my daughter.
Yes.
And so we're very, very privileged. And my name is Christina Joy McMahon. I am real estate agent, realtor here in the Coachella Valley. And if you have any questions or concerns and you want to comment on this, let us know about your mom and what maybe your favorite thing is that she taught you, or if you could tell a first-time mom something, what would you tell them? And subscribe below and hit the bell to get notifications of our latest and greatest. Have a beautiful day and bye.
Bye.